Today the title of this webinar is Using Social Media for English Language Teaching and Learning. As we all know that social media is very common in use, and all of the applications that has been shown on the screen are by default present in every Android phone, iPhone, and everybody can use it very easily. So today we will explore it, how can we exploit these applications for language teaching purposes. So the agenda of today's webinar is that we will take a virtual tour of WhatsApp, YouTube, Facebook, and Gmail, and we will explore that how these applications can be used for English language teaching purposes, how the teachers can exploit it, how the students can use it easily, and how the hurdles of using high-tech savvy applications can be overcome. So let's get started with the WhatsApp first. Well, WhatsApp, it doesn't need any introduction properly, because everybody knows today the use of the WhatsApp or the application, the basic introduction is already in the knowledge of every person. But today the agenda of our webinar is to use WhatsApp for English language teaching purposes. So how specifically we can use it for English language teaching? Let's have a virtual tour of creating a group, making a room, linking it to the messenger room or a chat room, and then uploading the resources of English language teaching like the PDF files, Word files, Excel files, or any image, hyperlink, YouTube link, or the link of any website, or the link of any Facebook post, and much more. So let's get started. Here, by opening the WhatsApp application, we'll just go to the corner bar and click the new group. We will add the students from our contact books. And here we go. Here we name our group. We can put any name of our own choice. And we can add a group picture as well, profile picture as well. Here we are going to attach the documents. Documents can include the PDF versions, the Word versions, Excels from this pin button. Exploring more. We can add the participants. We can invite via link. The students, we can give the link to the students. So all of the students who are not in our contacts can easily join it. In the group settings, we can set the group settings to all participants, because this is classroom basically. And if we just turn these settings to admins only, the group can also work as a notice board only. But here the purpose is learning teaching, so we will just keep the settings of the group to all participants, so that teacher as well as students can use the group for communication and for teaching learning purpose. Next, we'll explore another feature of WhatsApp, that is a Zoom-like chat room in WhatsApp. It has been created very recently by from our Facebook, but it actually replaces the very video chat or the video-like classroom application of Zoom very easily. Those who cannot handle Zoom or any other high-tech applications, they can easily create a video chat room in WhatsApp. So how? Let's get started. In our group, we have a feature of room here. It will take us to Messenger directly by clicking it, and here the room is created. We will click here, create room by the name of the teacher obviously, and it will provide us a link to be shared on WhatsApp here. So what is actually the peculiarity or the speciality of this link is that those students who actually do not have account on Messenger or Facebook basically, they can also enter into the room by using this link which their teacher have created for the classroom purpose. So this is a very special feature for those students who are not active on Messenger or Facebook. They can easily join video chat rooms by using the WhatsApp room feature, which actually comes from this pin option or click option. By clicking this bar or by going on this clip, we actually explore a lot of options through which we can start the language teaching purposes. By this mic, we can actually send the voice messages, voice notes. By opening this option, we can send the pictures of our homework, notes, or any writing material which is actually in the form of book with the teacher or the student. They can share it through this option, or they can simply attach it from here from the gallery as well. So moving ahead with other application, we have here a virtual tour of an example of the WhatsApp group. So let's have a tour of a functional WhatsApp group, which actually I am using for my students and for English language teaching purposes. So here we go. So this is the group classroom, and here you can say that teacher has uploaded the summary of daffodils. There are video lectures, there is a text of the video, there is a command by the teacher to read the text carefully and watch the videos to fill up the feedback worksheet. The feedback worksheet is actually given in the form of daffodils. Feedback form is actually given in the form of Google Forms, and the students would just click it and they would see an MCQs like option form in the form of Google Forms. They would online fill it. Teacher can also share the samples of various compositions like letter writing. There can be the communication between students and teachers, and there is an opportunity of sending material in typing. By typing the text in the text box and sending the material to the students actually makes it easy for the students to copy and paste it on the notepads or onto the words or into the Google Docs, and then get the prints easily to create their own notes. So let's move to the next application, that is YouTube. So now it is very easy to search for the resources on the YouTube, because obviously everybody knows the basic use of YouTube. Students are aware of it, teachers are aware of it. So today we'll explore that how to copy and share the link of YouTube and then paste it in the WhatsApp group for teaching English language teaching purposes. By opening the YouTube in the search bar, we will write the material that we need for teaching to our class, like daffodil summary, and just share it. Here we'll copy the link, that is copied. We'll go to the WhatsApp group, open the group, and paste it simply here. It would be uploaded, and here we go. The other method to share the YouTube link is to directly send it to the WhatsApp instead of copying the link. Here we go. We'll go to the classroom group and send it. So this is a very simple method of attaching the YouTube links into the teacher. There are lots of resources available, ready-made resources are available on the YouTube for English language teaching purposes. The student can easily get it, and the teachers can also get benefit of it by exploring it and selecting the best video for their students or the variety of videos for their students for English language teaching purposes. For example, there are some female teachers who don't want to give the recorded lectures on the YouTube of their own. So they can use the ready-made material from the YouTube. On the other side, teachers can also record their own lectures and upload the material on their own YouTube channel. They can create a YouTube channel as well, and they can explore it. So moving to the Facebook, that is a huge networking platform in this age. We will explore today that how to use Facebook and how to exploit Facebook for English language teaching purposes amid this corona outburst, because it is the need of hour to go for online teaching basically. So the most handy thing to use Facebook for English language teaching purposes is to create a group of students and pinning it to the top, and then using this group for language teaching purposes. Then how to upload the links of English language teaching resources or the materials on the Facebook wall or the floor of the group, and then going another replacement of Zoom or Teams or any other classroom live classroom sessions there is an option of going live with the students on Facebook. We can go live, we can create the Facebook live sessions, and that are actually recorded by Facebook, and when the meeting ends, it is uploaded on the wall. So this is obviously the best tool in these conditions. Then there is another interesting option that Facebook provides us is assessment. Assessment is a very crucial part of English language teaching purposes, and Facebook gives the option of creating polls to get true or false answer, get the MCQs, to create the MCQs, or to get the opinion of the students, and much more. Teachers can exploit these creating polls option to get various opinions, point of views, and give test sheets or any type of assessments to students. In the last, we will visit at how to pin the group to the top. And there are obviously much more options in the Facebook to explore for English language teaching purposes. But due to the time, obviously we will go to the basic one. Let's have a virtual tour of Facebook. Create a group, upload the links to going live, create the polls, and then in the last we'll see the pinning it to the top. So here we will, in the top bar, we'll open the group and create option. We'll name the group, we'll add the cover photo, and then we can set the privacy here. By setting the privacy, actually it gives the options of public or private. Obviously we'll keep it private because it's our private classroom, and we will just allow only those students who are in that class. So it would be easy to handle various groups of various classes at a time. Then we can invite the members from our contact list. The students are in our contact, or we can simply share the link. We can go live by clicking the going live button on the very top bar, and then we can also explore various other options like using the camera, giving the photos, or attaching the links on this bar. Then using the poll option. By using the poll option, we will write the question here, and the teacher can give the options in these bars. If we want to give more than 2 options, we'll click that option, and the third option will be there. After creating the poll or typing the MCQs or typing the true-false answer, the teacher can post it from here. By clicking this corner post button, the question will be automatically posted to the wall of the group, and every student will be able to see it and answer it live. We can beautify the group by exploring more options like adding a cover photo, by giving a proper name, by describing the group, what is the purpose of the group, by welcoming the students, by inviting the members from here, and much more. These are actually the options, or this is the corner from where we can get a lot of various other options to create this group. So how to pin it on the top? In the right corner bar, we open pin group. The group which we want to pin, we'll just click it blue from this option. By clicking this pin button, the group would automatically shifted to the top. So it would be very easy for us whenever we will open our profile to navigate our groups. Our important groups would be pinned to the top, and we quickly open it and we can check the activities of the students. So let's have a virtual tour of an example of an education group. There is a group of English literature. We can see that the members actually are shown on the top. There are rooms and announcement and watch party options. We can go live here with the students. We can create a room like Messenger here. We can read the poster. Now here the discussion groups can be created. Teacher can post the topic and students can discuss it in the comment section. And by using this comment section or option, it actually works like the chat box of the Zoom. So teacher can just post a picture to describe the picture in your words, and students can describe it in the comments. The teacher can write a quotation, and students can discuss that quotation in the form of essay. And then obviously we can create room just like we have created in the WhatsApp by attaching it in the Messenger, in the Facebook as well. We can post any topic of the discussion in the room. That would be the agenda of the lecture on that day. For example, we have an agenda of what is now today with class 6. So we will create the room here. Just click the next button. And here we go. So here we can set the privacy of the room. Obviously, we'll keep it to the group members, and the room will be created for the students. From here, we can invite the members. We can share things in the Messenger, and we can also copy the link of any post that we want to add, like in the announcement section if we want to copy. So we will just click this bar, and we'll copy the link and paste it wherever we want to send. We can create the events here. We can check the past events here. We can check the upcoming events. Teacher can give the upcoming events here for the students for the next announcement or the class or the meeting. So in this way we can use or we can exploit Facebook for English language teaching purposes very easily. And this Corona plus when we are actually paralyzed to go to schools and conduct the basic physical teacher to student contact of the teaching. So this is the best replacement, I guess. So moving to the next application for the English language teaching purposes, we have Gmail. Gmail is very basic and an older way of communication in the field of artificial intelligence or the computer networking. So how to use or how to exploit Gmail for English language teaching purposes? It is very easy actually to communicate through email, and it is very handy as well. Everybody is aware of it. So we actually create a group on Gmail. Yes, just like we create a group on Facebook, we have created a group on WhatsApp. We can also create a group on Gmail as well. When a group is created, it is very easy for a teacher to send the material on just a single click to a class of 40, a class of 100, 200, 300 maybe. So it is very easy to create a group, then select the group in the message address bar, and then attach the resources and send it on a single click to the students. So we will have a mock virtual tour of it, at how we actually create a Gmail group by synchronizing it to Google Contacts. Once our Google Contacts are updated, we are ready to go for creating a class group on Gmail. So let's have a virtual tour of it. By opening the Gmail, we'll go to this bar and open the Contacts. It will take us to Google Contacts. All of the contacts will be shown here, and if not, we can add by adding the plus button. We'll just write the name of the student we require actually, and the most importantly, the email address of the student. Once we have the email addresses of all the students, we'll just add them into our contact list, and once the contact list is updated, we'll just go to the right bar and create label. We'll give the label to the classroom, the name of the classroom or the name of the label, and we'll choose the contacts by adding the plus button from here and choosing the contacts from the contact list. And here we go. We are ready to use this group classroom for our English language teaching purposes. But remember, in Google Contacts, it is called label. Our group is actually known as label. So we go to the create label option to give a label to our group actually. So once we have created the label of our group, we add contacts to it, and then we are ready to send Gmail to it. So by using the Contacts app, we can easily send email to a group. Just choose the group, go to right corner bar, send email. It will just quickly take us Gmail composed option, all of the classroom Gmail addresses would be added automatically. We just attach files from our gallery, our files from this clip button. We just attach the attachments and just send with this blue arrow button. So on a single click, by going to Google Contacts, actually, we have simply sent an email to all of the members of the classroom. Like say, for example, I have only 3 members here. Let's have a Gmail group virtual tour of an example, just to show you that how it is used for language teaching purposes and how actually it is viewed in Gmail application. So by opening the Gmail application, you go to the left corner bar and open the contacts. Here I have this functional group of English class 9th with me. I have various students in it. I just click here. I just send them the email. So here you can see that all of the Gmail addresses are automatically entered in the to bar. Teacher can write agenda in the compose email section. Teacher can attach the attachments of files, various files, PDF, Word file, Excel file, any images. Or we can paste the drive links here for heavy files as well. So this is a functional group from a teacher to students by using the English language teaching purposes. Here we go. Send it, and that's all. So this was how that Gmail can be used for English language teaching purposes easily. So here we will see that how we have seen that how we can use Gmail and how we can view Gmail in our Gmail application. So this is the view of my Gmail. We can see a teacher has sent the email to this list of students, and this is actually, these 2 emails are actually the emails that I have sent to my class.